Small gifts matter tremendously because many small gifts can have a large impact on what we do. Over the last few years, we have grown financial aid significantly, even in an environment in which we've had to cut many elements of our operations. And the Alumni Fund has made it possible for us to do that. So the Alumni Fund, small gifts and large, together have created the conditions where even in this economic environment we've made Williams available to absolutely everybody who can benefit from that education. So we certainly hope that Williams is but one of many opportunities that our alumni take to serve the world philanthropically. So an investment in Williams is an investment in what our students are going to do in the world. And our students are being sent out in the world to solve the great problems that we also support directly with our philanthropy, to cure disease, to make the world better as leaders in politics and in business. And so an investment in Williams is not just an investment in the college and an investment in the students who are at the college at a given moment. It's an investment in making this world a better place. The tuition at Williams covers a fraction of the cost of a Williams education, and the balance is covered by our endowment, which comes from the philanthropy of 200 years of our alumni generously supporting the college. What's critical to us is that Williams be affordable to families from across the economic spectrum. And we do that by moderating our tuition, and it does go up every year. But fundamentally, we do that by our investment in financial aid. So more than half of our students are on financial aid, and for those students, the cost of a Williams education has been going down over the last decade, not going up. And in fact, the college's investments in financial aid have outpaced the college's increase in tuition over the last 10 years. And more of Williams education is supported by sources other than tuition, by endowment income, than 10 years ago. The most important investment we make in people in Williams is in the faculty. And the student-faculty ratio is 7-to-1, roughly here, which is, I think, the envy of our peers. And what that allows is an academic experience for our students that's unparalleled. We also have a significant number of people who support our students outside of the classroom, who support their lives in the residence halls, who support their lives in the dining halls, who make sure that they're cared for in their health and their mental health, who keep our wonderful athletics programs also being great experience for the students. And there's no doubt that the students come with a more complex set of needs and a more kind of richer set of opportunities for doing interesting things while they're here at Williams than they ever have in the past. And we want to be responsive to that. If you look at the many staff that we have, the vast majority of them are doing things that touch directly on students' lives and directly on their experiences, and have a particular role, every one of them, in making Williams an experience for students that's a rich learning experience and a robustly supported one as well. I think we've tried to stay out of any arms races around amenities. I think if you walk our campus, you'll see that we've made investments in core facilities, particularly academic facilities. I think that if you look at our athletics facilities, they support the work that we do there. They support the activities of the kids wonderfully. But I don't think you'll walk through our athletic facilities and feel like we built the Taj Mahal. Faculty are terrifically involved in student life, not just inside the classroom, but outside it as well, in their roles as advisors, in their roles as advisors to the neighborhood system. Many of our faculty live here in Williamstown and are on campus all the time. You do see faculty at sporting events. When I go to sporting events, I certainly see faculty there, but I think the most meaningful interactions that the faculty have with students are ones that are one-on-one interactions that are actually made possible by the new academic buildings and the new social spaces such as Peresky, where faculty and students really have an opportunity to interact. We have a very intellectually diverse faculty, and I think to spend a semester on the campus, what you'll see is presentations from outside speakers and also courses that reflect the full diversity of political opinion. We don't have litmus tests for what anyone in this community thinks politically, but what we have is a community where people express points of view from across the political spectrum, and those points of view are respected and are debated. In fact, you'll see a plurality of views in our very own faculty meetings. We have a New England-style town meeting of the faculty once a month, and I can assure you, having presided over those now for a number of months, that there is no groupthink. There is no sense in which everyone has to think or say the same thing in those meetings. I have to tell you, quite the opposite. Whatever. I think it's a misperception sometimes that because the catalog has grown that we don't teach the classics. But if you want a class on Shakespeare, a class on Socrates, a class on Don Quixote, all of those things are there, and our students take those courses and they love them. There's no doubt that there are many more things than there used to be that students are interested in, and we want to meet those interests because those are also interesting things to study, literature of the 20th century and not just Shakespeare. And at Williams, we've had a philosophy for a long time, and I support this philosophy, that's a balanced philosophy. We have distribution requirements, but we also allow students to choose majors and to choose electives within those majors that meet their interests. But there's no doubt that the classics and the classical work are well represented in the curriculum here.